area. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I woke up. I set the alarm so I could at least get 3.5 hours of sleep. I got that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have a few moving pieces that have to happen today. I'm checking into a separate place later, so I'm wrapping up now, getting everything together so I can do a luggage hold during the meantime. And then I guess I need to go eat food at some point, so I'll see you then. And my shoes got scuffed, marks up last night. It's a good thing I already have. I bought new shoes already for Black Friday the past year. I just haven't worn these enough to justify wearing them. They need to be used, loved before I move on. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Found a nice little shaded area. So this time I had the warming apple crumble oat bowl, and it did what it needed to do. 5 out of 5. There was something extra in there. I believe some of the apple was also within the oatmeal, but I don't know if it was like cucumber strips or a herb or something. I don't know. crazy. It's like the best French toast there could ever be. I thought it would be closer to a donut. It's better. I may have found the coolest place. Alright, I'm at the Woodstock Exchange and it's kind of secluded. So far the only business was the very first one when you come in, which is a plant store. And I don't know, there's really cool stuff to check out. The spot that said Artist Art or something of that nature is closed right now. So I'm doing this to, mainly I was roaming around just to see what I could do, happen to stumble upon something I could do while I'm waiting before I go to my next destination. As such, I guess I could go ahead and report that on the croissant. I didn't finish, you guys. It pales in comparison for what is deemed a croissant, in my opinion. It was bready. It wasn't any almond. The little bit of like icing that you see on the top in the 2 slices or 3 slices of almond was all the almond that was there. It wasn't even filled with anything. It was just bare bones. I don't even know how much that costs. I know how much the closest costs, which is, I guess it might be a little pricey because I just passed a spot that said get 3 for $10, but they could have been like the mega size. But mine was a little bit larger and it was 30 rand. Cool, I got that. That made me want to go back and just get another coastal strip. I already wanted another one, but I was upset and I said I want to fill myself with something else. Anyways, I didn't. As you saw, I did eat some fruit. Need to get something a little healthy because I didn't go for the smoothie. Didn't feel right yesterday as far as the tasting, but the experience was good. And that co-sister, that's 10 out of 5, 30 out of 5. That was amazing. I need that in my life. Hello. So this is where this is. I might have to come back. I got some of that at the farmer's market I was at yesterday. Oranjezicht, something like that. Ooh, I didn't even turn on this light yet. Oh, the door's already open. It's windy outside. Okay. Okay, it's growing on me. Is this a balcony? Hold on. There's a balcony. Oh, okay. It's a lot of turns. I don't think you understand. This is absolutely insane to me. I could live here. In this, there's another comforter. Beautiful IKEA. I mean, just taking time to really look at the appliances. I really might have. Okay, let me go back to myself. Interesting. So at the hotel I was at, there was already a watermelon that was molding in the mini fridge. So it's just funny that that's there. What is it saying? Oh. That's nice to actually have for the ice. If only I like peanuts. Ooh, I don't drink though. What? Okay, that's the router box. Quite nice, quite nice. There's actual things here for me to use already. Oh, they make this a very pleasant experience. So I'm kind of late today, seeing as I met up with a wonderful, wonderful friend, and we just talked. I got a little bit of the 411. Yes, there is YouTube. Gotta love it. Probably soon more. So you didn't miss much. She showed me a wonderful, wonderful view. I don't know how many times in life someone can say, I know a place. In the place, it fires on all cylinders. A view that makes everything else pale in comparison. And then took me to a spot that I checked out for having vegan options. And it left my brain immediately, days before having an itinerary with kind of just key places to check out. And I said, I looked at the restaurant, I said, oh, I actually know that I could have something here for sure. We get there. And then the waitress says, well, today's one of our game days, so it's a little bit busier. We have a shorter menu, but right now it's not that packed. Let me see what I can do real quick. Basically, she got the cute discount from the waitress, and I peaked game. I said, that was all you right there. She didn't even make eye contact with me. That was you. So thank you for the cute discount. And came back and secured the full menu and was able to accommodate me wanting something that I could have. For some reason, their limited menu didn't have any vegan options for their burgers, which was interesting to me. So, yes. Things that I didn't even think fathomable to put onto an itinerary. And I need to wash my hair, although I still got compliments throughout the day. And even I see it's no longer showing a curl or anything. It's just the pattern is kind of wild. And I think that's what's making people look at me. So it's gonna be curious when the full fro is back in full effect. I'm hungry, as you can clearly tell. But I need to say something real quick. Hey, Tina. From Tina's, I think it's chocolate confectionery goods. Tina. What your last name is, huh? Is it your maiden last name, Tina? Because I was already feeling very, very good. And
some kind of way. When I saw these sitting at the counter, I didn't ask what the price was. Literally, I said, "What's your personal favorite?" She chose between two. One of them already was going to get. And then said, well, actually, we have like this variety pack. You try 2 of everything. I said, all right, let me get what I was going to get anyway. And let me get that. And I just tried the one I wanted to try. Now. This is what I got yesterday at like Oranjezicht Farmers Market. And stumbled upon finding their actual location because I didn't think I was going to find the actual location. I thought, this is just a farmer's market. I didn't realize the businesses were doing the farmer's market things too. Normally I don't show souvenir stuff, but this one, I was hungry too. As soon as I tasted it, I had to share. I don't let nobody see that ass. Let me wrap this up. So you don't know I was digging into it. Oh.
That gelato did not even make it halfway on this walk. And the super wind that's still occurring today, I love it though because of how cool it feels at the same time. It's like sand in my eyes. So that's not fun. But I needed to get some more food. So lucky I need to see if I can find a convenience store. Because I would like to have water, because I have no more water at the moment. So it looks like I'll have to go to the gas station, which is next door to where I'm staying. I don't know, there's some real player stuff going on with this kind of lighting right here. Hey. Ooh, I can't wait to shout. This is studio production quality besides how crooked that is. Matter of fact, I'm not going to fix it for them. Anyways, I reached Moro Gelato, Greenpoint, not the one that's over on Long Street. And I asked the workers that are in front of me what they prefer, pistachio or caramel cookie crumble. There are other flavors I want to try. I was going to get pistachio regardless of what anybody said. If you know, you know, right? First person, caramel cookie crumble. Who is the older woman? The younger lady. I said, hold on, I see a little bit of hesitancy here. It wasn't one of those, you're on something, you know what I mean? So I said, okay, what's your preference? She said pistachio. I said, okay. And they're like, well, you can get half and half. I said, you said what? That's a thing? Mm-hmm. Yes. Run it up. And I'm glad I did, because it's an important lesson. Because how I was doing it up on pistachio, everything, I was pistachio crazy, right? Yeah, I think I prefer the caramel cookie crumble over the flavor of their pistachio. That said, I'm going to an ice cream spot tomorrow and see if the flavors hit me anymore there. If they do a half and half, I'm going to be so enthralled but I just need to know what's what at this point. You know what I mean? That said, pistachio left for something to be desired, even with pistachios in it. But that caramel cookie crumble got right to that caramel point, the crunch for the caramel. I will say I messed up. I thought I heard what kind of chocolate. I thought I even saw white chocolate. Maybe that's only on Longstreet. But this one, it was like, okay, it's complimentary, I guess, wafer that's dipped in chocolate or milk. I guess it was dark chocolate or milk chocolate. That was not fully said in the constructed sentence that was provided to me. Okay, question. It really wasn't a question sounding voice, but it was a question. I should clarify. And I said milk. Thankfully, it's more of a shell, so whatever touched the frozen part, it didn't droop over onto the ice cream, so it didn't affect me at all. And I still took a bite of the wafer that didn't have the chocolate that was on it. So that said, the wafer tastes good. I'm going to see if I can get it plain when I do go, because I'm doing a side-by-side comparison as soon as I can. Which, if I keep doing this with my itinerary, I don't know, it's just a matter of preference on what I feel like doing and when I want to do it. But I'm going to try to see, did I even hit 10 miles today? Yesterday I did like 16 or 17 or something like that. But I don't think I hit 10 today. That's another part of the reason why I decided to walk and walk back, even though it is going to be throwing sand in my eyes. The things I do for myself. That's a pistachio, Moro gelato. I'm looking at you. Right now, I'm saddened by what was presented to me. Flavor-wise, not texture, not sweetness. It was very pleasant, but it didn't have that umami-ness that comes if you roast a pistachio. And this is why I'm glad I didn't go ahead and jump on the pistachio cream, because I prefer just pistachio with a little bit of salt if I can. That's why I make my own, because I don't care for, okay, we're going to add cocoa butter. Okay, we're going to add coconut oil. Okay, we're going to add white chocolate, all kind of sugar. So I feel like it wouldn't have done anything justice. But it's sad because I really would have bought that in the hazelnut, because I just want to see what the hazelnut would hit on, personally. But that caramel cookie crunch right now, you it's a 5 out of 5, yo. You. So the other flavors I want to try out was the Grandata or something like that, Grandardia or something. It's a passion fruit flavor. I'm just experimenting if I do. And do they have? I'm forgetting another flavor that I wanted to try. I think there's like milk tart, but that's not the one. If it comes to me, it comes to me. Right now, it's not coming to me, so it must not be that important.